This is task number 15, a canine physical exam. I have a patient here who I'm going to observe on the floor first. This is Ellie. She is an 8-year-old Chinese crested. So I'm just going to evaluate her from the floor. I can see that she's bright, alert, responsive. She is curious about her surroundings. When she moves, I don't see any lameness. There's no head bobbing or toe touching going on. I can evaluate her body condition score from here. Hi, baby. I can see that her waist is tucked up. I can palpate her spine and her ribs easily, but they're not visible, so I'd say her body condition is about a 3 out of 5. So I'll go ahead and take Ellie and put her on the exam table. We're going to do a head-to-toe physical exam. And the first thing I'll do is get a weight on Miss Ellie. I also have her medical record pulled up here. We are a paperless clinic, so I'll be entering my notes into the computer as we go. Here we go, honey. You gotta stay on there, all 4 feet. All right, looks like we are 9 pounds, 8 ounces today. So I'll go ahead and start with her nose and her eyes. There's no discharge from her nose. It is moist, there's no discharge. Same with her eyes, they look good. Her conjunctiva are normal, there's no redness or inflammation. There's no cloudiness or ulcers on her corneas. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a look in her mouth as well. So, as is pretty common for this breed, she is missing a number of teeth. There's no plaque or calculus, there's no gingivitis, so there are a number of missing teeth, but the remaining ones look healthy. Her mucous membranes are nice and pink and moist, and I'm just going to push on her gingiva here, and I just push that long enough to blanch the gums. Basically, they turn white when I press them, and I'm waiting them to return to pink, and that is our capillary refill time. Hers is nice and fast. They go back to pink within less than 2 seconds, which is within normal limits. Those look good. Take a look back in her throat. Look for any foreign bodies. Everything looks good in there. I'm also going to palpate her mandibular lymph nodes. And they do not feel enlarged. I'll take a quick look in her ears as well. There is no debris, redness, or inflammation. Let me see the other one. Those look great. So we'll just keep on going down her body. Feel her prescapular lymph nodes. No inflammation there. I'll palpate her trachea. Sometimes we can elicit a cough when we do this, but everything feels normal there. Can you stand up, lady? Stand up, honey. I'm also just going to palpate down her spine, feel for any abnormalities, any pain. Doesn't look like I'm eliciting any kind of pain response there. We'll do a couple passive range of motion, see how she feels about that. You don't like that so much? That feels funny, huh? Yeah, I know. This girl does not like her feet being touched, but I could see on the floor that she was moving normally. We'll take a quick look at her paws as well, which she doesn't like either. It's okay, honey. I can see that her nails are a little overgrown, so we'll probably go ahead and clip those today. Hi, baby. Take a look at the underside. No masses or other abnormalities there. She does have some sebaceous cysts, which again are pretty normal for the breed. Okay, honey, seat up. And I'm just going to palpate her abdomen here. Intestines don't feel ropey or gaseous. It all feels pretty good. Palpate for her kidneys as well. Everything feels normal in here. Will you let me extend your little hips? There's no crepitus, no, not too much resistance, except that she doesn't like to be touched back here. Range of motion is normal. I'm also going to take a quick look at her vulva and her anus. No signs of inflammation or discharge. Everything looks clean. So everything's looking pretty normal so far, other than her sebaceous cysts and her missing teeth. So from here I'll go ahead and get a heart rate and also a Sculptor heart and lungs. Good girl, honey. And I'm just going to take a look at the clock while I'm doing this so I can get a heart rate. I'm also going to be palpating her femoral pulse so that I can ensure that for every heartbeat I hear, I feel a pulse. And I'm going to monitor for about 15 seconds. Let me get my second hand up actually, make sure we're doing that correctly. But basically I'm going to listen to her heart for 15 seconds, and if I multiply that by 4, I'll get my heart rate and beats per minute. Okay, honey, stand up for a sec, I gotta feel. Okay, starting now. Okay, heart rate is pretty fast. Let's see here. I'm going to borrow my calculator friend on the computer. And our heart rate is 26 times 4, about 104 beats per minute. And I did feel a pulse for each heartbeat. Just make sure that they're synchronous here. Each femoral pulse should feel the same. They're nice and strong, so her blood pressure is good. I'm also going to have to listen to her lungs here, so I've got my heart rate, which I'll record in her medical record. Okay, so I'll listen to her lungs, and I'm also just going to listen to the sound of her heart, evaluate any murmurs. The rhythm was normal. I know. Come here, kiddo. And different parts of the heart can be affected by murmurs. We've got 4 valves I'm evaluating. Everything sounds good there. I'm also going to evaluate all of her lung fields. So I've got a caudal and cranial portion and also ventral, dorsal, and midline. So I'll take a quick listen to all of those. Little hiccup. Oh, I know. Okay, everything sounds good. Now I'm just going to get a respiratory rate. I'll do the same thing. I'm going to watch for 15 seconds and just watch as she inhales. Okay. No sniffing. Okay, so she took 5 breaths. That makes her respiratory rate 20 breaths per minute. All we have left to do now is take a temperature. You're doing great, kiddo. And I usually save this for last because it's no one's favorite part. Okay, baby. I need you to stand up. Good girl. Good girl, Ellie. I know it feels a little weird. What a good kiddo. Good girl. Okay, 99.6 degrees. Good girl, lady. I'll enter in my respiratory rate as well. Okay, and that concludes task number 15, physical exam.